and then I would know why I'm not going to eat it. But I might taste it. I don't need to do this, but some Indian food as a reward for hard work. I tell you, I have Indian food about once every 2 to 3 months. And I like vegetable korma and matar paneer, which is peas and soy, cheese. Thing I don't like about the vegetable korma is got yogurt in it a little bit. So that really gets me bad, congests me bad. But it's like the flavor is so intense, so good. It's like, and I can play like that now. And I can laugh at it and I can play with that and have fun with that. But when I'm tearing it apart, tear it apart. If you have to cheat like that once in a while, so what? But tear it apart. Keep going after your health issues until you get to where you want to be. And when you're healthy and happy, then you can play in those fields, and you made it. And you're not going to be going back. You're repairing genetics, and what's beautiful is that you're repairing genetics and getting the body healthy in a short period of time, considering how many generations it took for your body to be where it is right now. So I think it's amazing that the power of this level of healing and what it has to offer you, I just think it's what we have to do as a race here. It's the only reason, or I wouldn't even do this. I wouldn't even be doing the YouTube at all. I'm here for you guys. I think this is the best thing this planet, we need to change the consciousness at this level, even though this level will away and there'll be another level. Creation is ongoing and ever-changing like any other drama or soap opera. The players change, blah, 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 blah. Players come, players go, big deal. We're so involved in matter that we argue over matter. But when you're in matter, there are just certain aspects of duality that you want to polarize to propel yourself. But some of the most negative experiences that you've had have been your greatest learning lessons. So I try not to judge one side or another, positive and negative. Opposite side of the same coin, Comment on Glanders. Doc, we who love you and your herbs outweigh the nasty, ungrateful jerks off. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Lucy Rose Petal. I appreciate it, guys. I tell you what, I think we're arguing about minor stuff. I really, really do. In the context of all things, just remember spiritually that we're all not in creation. You're not part of creation. Creation is just simply a movie house. It's when you open the door to a movie house, but it has all these different movies playing, and you can go to any one you want. Anyone. Well, I want to live in Alaska and play that movie this lifetime. Next lifetime, look, I can go and live in the tropics this lifetime and be a fruitarian. No, this lifetime, I want to go down there and I want to play, where do I want to play there? I want to be in the mountains. So it's like that. It's like, it isn't reality. It's the Tinker Toys and the Legos and the Lincoln Logs. That's all matter is rearranging, and we put so much into that and not into consciousness, which you can't destroy, you can't touch, you can't kill. But if you're in the physical world looking around, it is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, all the suffering that's going on at this level. But it's a warring planet, like it or not. You can look at this planet as beautiful as you want, but it is violent. Nature itself is loving and beautiful, but is as violent as you want to get and doesn't care. It doesn't care about you. It has no feeling in that way. So that's the point, is that you are the only viable reality that exists, and that's what you have to learn to understand is who you are, and work from the real you, not the narcissistic you, not the individualized you, but the you that is one with all the other yous. And that's what you got to get to. And hopefully I can help you. A lot of masters are there to help you to gain these higher insights of who you are and exactly what are you doing in creation. Oh, this is more on the JD. Kinesiology, I have wanted to self-test and have done some. Yeah, you should, if you want to play with those herbs that you're playing with there, definitely do some muscle testing with you. Have your woman or man or whoever muscle test you with this and play with those things. What would be an accurate way to do it on myself to test herbs? Well, for me, I feel like if you play with enough kinesiology and you play with people and test people, begin to feel it. As you touch them, begin to feel their response, their energy around them when they touch something. Begin to feel something and see what you think with this. How does this feel? I like the color. Just you really want to be sensitive to energy. Listen instead of always talking. You listen and you perceive and use that way as well. You can play with your own muscles. But I don't know, better to have someone come in and just help you with the arm or something. Teach someone really easy to do. There's a lot of different ways people play with this, but I just have to touch it. That's all I've got to do. You can look at it sometimes. Some people are much better than that. Some people are really, had a chiropractor, out-of-body traveler, extremely intuitive. He didn't even need to touch you. He'd just look at you and all that would come to him. It was like, cool, I like that. Let's see, I have maybe more questions. For now, I leave it at this way, and I really thank you for your channel. Thank you, JD. I appreciate your questions. I maybe not be expressive in the thinking. That's okay, listen. We're all one, and there's no judgment here on any of you in any way, shape, or form. Academically, I'm only at a certain level, too. Personality, it has been greatly educational, practical, which I'm looking for. I have not been at all perfect, I admit. I'm not looking for perfection. Only when we're detoxing do I keep pushing you higher and deeper into this world. I don't expect any of you to end up at some perfect level, which doesn't really exist. But if I can get you deep enough, it's like Rita, we can get you out of pain, we can get you well, and who cares how deep you go there? It depends where you want to put your attention. I got so lost in this, I wanted the breath area, and I wanted to tackle it. But then a little thing called God got in my way and said, well, wouldn't you think if you put more attention toward me, maybe, you're going to grow a little more in a different way? And I'm going, yeah, I got to like that idea. So that I kind of shifted away because I felt that you have endless experiences, and it's just you've got to get to these higher levels. The beauty out of this level is unreal. My God, I can't even begin to tell you the levels. With even in creation, that is so much higher. This is such a constipated level of creation. It's not even funny. Coming down in here is like going down into the darkness from the light, and so it's just the way it is. It's just the way creation's set up, and this level needs a lot of help, both in God awareness and in health awareness. There's no question about it, and there shouldn't be too much argument over it. Physiologically, you can't deny we're frugivores. Just take a look around. Read my chapter on that in my book on the comparative analysis of vertebrates, and there's just really not much to say about it. What one does is what one does. There's no judgment about it. There's no judgment from God about it. But for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. It's all about physics. It's all about magnetics, energetics, and when you align yourself to the higher levels, the lower levels are going to kick your butt, because you have pulling you too far down from where you have now gained. So there's no judgment. It's just all about magnetics, energetics, which dictates happiness and dictates feeling good or not. All these things. So thank you, JD. Thank you all. Thanks. And do you ever do astral projection? Man, you got one hell of an icon thing there. Super R-O-R-Y Lewis. That's tough, man. I think a little bit of astral projection would help that finger of yours. And I see some boil on that thing. Well, astral projection is just movement in the astral body. You know, in Eckankar we talked a lot about the difference between soul travel and astral or mental travels. You can travel in any respective body, and if I get up and go to the bathroom, I'm physical traveling. See what I mean? Astral traveling, I'm traveling in the astral body, except I just don't need the feet to walk on. But you know, and mental body, there's several mental bodies, so it's not to be confusing, but when you look, it's simple how creation is put together. It starts going, oh, I'm beginning to understand how this puzzle is put together. And you have the religions, which were needed for giving man some kind of moral understanding, because man, his mind's still pretty primitive. He still likes to kill each other. I look at Syria and I'm freaked out. I'm just literally freaked out that the world is willing to sit here and let some dictator like that massacre these people. I'm just freaked out about it. I think our government needs to take its hell. Even though I believe in not invading other people's sovereignties and stuff like that, you can't let massacres. And look what happened to Darfur and all these. And what's his name? The actor that got arrested. You know, putting attention on where people are being massacred. I just can't believe it. But it shows you the negative forces of this level. It's just, this is not a fun level. This level, you know, is a lot of brutality here. And for what? The bankers are going yummy, yummy, yummy for what? These guys are as lost and constipated as anybody else. Greed, all of this stuff. Sad stuff. But it gives us an opportunity to get away from that and to grow and to become spiritual beings where we're going to be the ones showing the world love, humility, respect for each other, and how we love and take care of each other, how we can disagree and agree to disagree and have fun that way. I don't care. You know, I'm not fixated on things. Let me tell you, I try to be I'm sure you're going to find my little cliques here and there. But I try not to have them. You know, when I'm aware of them, I try to, you know, deal with them there. This is BTUAN1. Hi, Dr. Morse. I surfed around the internet. Oh, I thought you went surfing this morning. And came across a cancer or other acidic diseases treatment method called photodynamic therapy, PDT. From what I've read, it looks like this therapy is minimally invasive and toxic. Also, the recovery rate from PDT is much faster than chemoradiation. I have not heard of that. I tell you what, though, and what's your opinion about it? I will have it looked up, and I will give you my opinion on photodynamic therapy. I'll look it up, see what they're saying. Always use your common sense about things, you know. I think that unless it's something that helps the kidneys filter the lymph and the adrenals come up, you're blowing in the wind. I think really, I mean, they might have some good success with that kind of stuff, but in reality, I think it's important to go to causative factors and fix them, and that way you're done. You don't have to grow new tumors later on when suddenly you reduce one maybe with some type of therapy. I'm not going to show you pictures here, but I will in the class of what infrared treatment in Europe does to tumors, actually to the surrounding tissue. It's not real pretty. So I'm going to bring some gruesome pictures to class. Be interesting how we're going to do it with 120 people. Jensen used to have 200 to 300 of his iridology classes, and he couldn't give them so much one-on-one. Crazy Fox Fitness, young man, how are you?